Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to Bush and Bears Trading. I hope everyone had a great trading day today, and I hope you guys are having a great week. Getting into the weekend here, you know, this video we're gonna be talking about what to expect for um, our coming days and tomorrow, of course. Um, so let's get started here. So today was kind of like you know, a big day here with Biden saying that he was gonna increase the capital gains tax up to almost around 42%. Um, so this was kind of like a heartbreaker for Wall Street, since there's people that make a living out of Wall Street, and they're millionaires. So uh, they get paid by doing stocks, and you know most of their money comes from that. And there are millionaires that work in Wall Street, like I said. So it would kind of be hard for them to make a living out of stocks, since you know they are getting almost 40% of their gains from, of course, their stock gains taken away. So I mean, another thing is corporate tax too. I mean, that could also go up, and corporate tax is basically you know business tax. So how does that hurt businesses? It makes low revenue, and all the companies in the stock market, they're companies. So that does make a call for lower revenue, because it's hard for them to borrow money. And also that's why we also saw the other drop in stocks, because you know um, people were thinking that the rates were going up because the 10-year was going up at a massive rate. And now it eased, and then we saw a huge market bounce, almost new all-time highs in the Nasdaq. So again, as I was saying, what can we expect going into tomorrow? So one thing here, we're gonna have to watch this 410.60 level, as we've hit that many times here, here. We almost hit it here, and almost here as well. Um, that's one level here. Another. This is kind of like my pivot level right here for this new other low on this candle. So I'm gonna set this up right here more, since it's all-time highs. So, and then our next level would be here, for if we want to chug back up. So first we would have to take this out too, because this was the high of day for this one. And also, another thing about this level right here is that it is the low of the week from last week, so almost close around there. So for our 10.20 level, you know. Another thing about today was that the volume was, kind of there for this massive selling pressure. We kind of had a little bounce into the close here, and then saw it back down, and then big volume right here, but it didn't really do much to be like, okay, the bulls in control back again. So that's one thing. These just two huge candles with volume just kind of made the day for either the shorts or whatever. So it didn't break yesterday's low, so that's a good sign. I mean, we could have just flushed all the way until 210, and then we could have either bounced right there, or we could have just flushed right through that, but we didn't. So that is a good sign of the market. Here we're kind of just in this range right here, so we would kind of be like, we were kind of in this range a little bit. So I mean, we got to break this range. So from here all the way to 4.10. So here would be our range, almost like a $7 range here, around here, $6 range to be exact, almost. So we got to break this range either to the top or to the downside, and that's what we're gonna be looking at tomorrow. Going into tomorrow, of course. Also, how do people react more to this course, and how is volume? How is the volume? That also another thing. Looking at the volume, is it increasing? Is it decreasing? I mean, this level we it's gonna be the second time. It's gonna be the third time that we hit it. So I mean, if we bounce off of it, it'll be super strong volume. But of course, we will have to break this to be bullish going into next week, um, or just try to break it on Monday. Either one. But I mean, it all just depends on what people want to think of this. I mean, I think this is an overreaction, as I don't think that this will get past. Um, so this could be a very nice dip buy if we hit it right here, and then we just bounce. Um, if we look at the daily here, um, Another thing that to look at is, of course, how we close into this week. So if we close below this low on this candle right here, it would be bearish, especially since we almost have the same volume here, almost more volume. So this would really kind of push it into a bearish territory. So let's check out the volume tomorrow. Of course, it is increasing, but of course, it all depends on how we close. Do we close below this level? And then we gotta look at our moving averages here. So if we take a look at our moving averages, so we're below the 8 day. Our 21 day would be our next level here. So we gotta watch that with bounce. So yeah, it all just depends. So here we would kind of look at the wave count and be like, are we in an impulsive wave down, or what are we gonna do? So looking at the wave count, this could be a 1, 2, 3, and then a 4 bigger down, and then we get all the way down here, and then we go 5, so all the way to like to maybe 400. So that would be kind of like that, or we could just we're doing like a A B C, and then one down, and then 2, 3, 4, 5 down obviously, or this could just be kind of a consolidation mode for a next wave up. So like I said, we just got to break this level right here, kind of look at a range here, and decide what we want to do, especially with how we're going into tomorrow. So let's check the futures tomorrow. Another thing is, how is volatility? Is it high? Is it high? Because if it's high, then it's kind of like a fight. So I wouldn't be really holding stuff into the weekend unless they are long swings, either to the downside or to the upside. But I mean, the thing is, it just depends on how the market wants to react to this. But I mean, there's not a lot of negative catalysts for the market, as most of the negative catalysts have gone away. And it would honestly just be a thing of the chart. And also another thing that we're also looking at is the RSI here. It's kind of topping out, and also this MACD is crossing over. So we were oversold here, then we kind of now starting to drag a little bit down as we keep pausing. This MACD also flipping to the downside, and again on the weekly, again, weekly oversold. Now we're starting to crawl back down here. MACD is still on the uptrend, but I mean, if we start to cross over, then that would also, I mean, kind of that we're ready for a pullback. So like I said, be watching our ranges, be watching that MACD daily, be watching that weekly low, be watching that wave count. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, please make sure to drop them down in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment this video. If you want to join our Discord server, please don't be afraid to ask me questions. If you want to take any classes with us one-on-one, please also don't be afraid to ask us. And again, our social medias are down in the description below, so make sure to follow all of them. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great trading day tomorrow. Let's get